Greetings and salutations! Welcome to a new episode. I can't remember the. This is episode 50. How did I forget that? Episode 50! Woo! Okay, good. I did nothing special for it. It's only 50. Of our lead save, we've played a couple of games, and surprisingly, amazingly, we are undefeated. We play. You got to look at this. So our last game was against Chelsea, which we lost 3-0. We then went on to the top of the league, Tottenham. We beat them 1-0, which was amazing. But look at the stats. Some would say this is a little bit. We didn't beat them 1-0. Did I just say we beat them 1-0? We drew 0-0. Some would say we were a little bit lucky. Now I'd just agree with that. Yeah, we were horribly lucky. They missed a penalty. It was actually a really good save. Ben Pearson, who is our defensive midfielder, got sent off on his debut. We've had him for a couple of seasons just as a backup, but we've had a bit of an injury crisis. So yeah, that was nice. We have changed the tactic for these two games, so hopefully this is a good sign of things to come. This was a huge win because Sheffield United are going to be down there in the fight for relegation. They're probably the worst team in the league. And so it was really important for us to get a win, and we played really well. Rafinha got 2 penalties and scored. They did have a man sent off in the 14th minute, so that just made it golden. So we're currently sitting a nice sort of healthy 13th. The board seemed to be happy enough. We're a good few points, 6 points off relegation, which is fantastic. Going into the sort of second bit of the season. I don't know why it's not a second bit of the season, is it? It's just November. Yeah, so Harry Maguire's been out injured for a few weeks. Bakalaw's got suspended for his sending off. Upamecano was also suspended. Was he injured? I think he was injured. So we did have to give a couple of games to a player I've lost the ability to see. Yeah, Dennis Mueller. He did play actually defensive midfield in that last game. With our new tactic, our youngster that we brought in has had to play a couple of games, but he's done good. He's done really well. I was really happy with how he played. We've changed the tactic. You'll recognise it. It's one that we used a lot last season in the Championship. It's our sort of 4-1-2-3 or 4-1-4-1. That one, 4-5-1, whatever you want to fucking call it. It's that one. It's a little bit more defensively minded. It still has the attacking full wing backs, but instead this time it has an anchor man and Ron Burgundy because he's an anchor. 2 inside forwards, so only one up top as a complete forward. This is why we bought Chuba Akpom, because he was one of the few players that we could get that could play complete forward. So yeah, so that's the change we've made. It's a little bit more defensive. It is a control tactic, and I'm keeping it on control for the time being. We're using the offside trap. The idea is that it's very similar to what we did before. But basically, instead of having the 2 up top, we're taking one of those out and basically making him an anchor man. But to supplement that lack of attackingness, the reduction in our attacking force, we have both of our wingers on inside forward, so they fill in that role because on our other tactic obviously we only had one. So same as before, we got overlapping wing backs. That's our main goal, is to get them out. We're trying to pass into space to sort of quickly break, is one of the sort of things we want to do when they've got the ball. Only sort of trouble is that we don't have really a good defensive midfielder. We have Ben Pearson, who he's not very good, but he fills the role well. We have Bakalaw's, who's obviously banned at the moment, who can do okay. He'll be our main man, I think. And Bastian Schweinsteiger can also play there. I'd actually quite like him to play there, I think. Would actually do him good. He's a good tackler. But he can ping balls apart. He can ping balls at a distance. Lost the ability to speak. Obviously, inside forward roles and sort of pacey don't really suit David Silva, but he can play central midfield. I think it's probably better for his age. Now he's an old man, to not do quite so much running. so that actually might suit him more. And then obviously we've got 3 top strikers that we want to fit in. So Bernardo Silva is gonna go. Hang on. Right, I keep saying it, so I might as well just. So Bernardo Silva is retraining as an inside forward. On the left, he's got all the sort of decent stats for an inside forward. His crossing's the only thing, but I'm hoping he'll sort of cut inside more anyway, onto his preferred right foot. So yeah, that's how we're rolling. So we're playing Derby, West Ham and Norwich, 2 teams. I'm hoping for at least 3 points out of these 2 games, especially this one at home. West Ham are struggling, so it would be huge if we could get another victory. Let's look at the team. So Akpom's going to stay up front. Bernardo Silva on the left. Dallas, I'm persevering. I'm trying to get him to come good, boys. He's running out of chances for me, to be honest. Mr. Schweinsteiger will come in to the defensive midfield role. Dennis Mueller can come on the bench. We need more defenders on the bench for Locatelli. And that's Livstam's back from his ban, so he can come in for Upamecano. And let's actually compare Upamecano with Dennis Muller. So Upamecano is obviously slightly better, with a lot more experience. Still only 21. He's much more physical, a bit pacier. His vision's less. He's not good going forward, which is not a problem. And aerially, Dennis Muller's slightly better. But overall, Upamecano is definitely the better player at the moment. So I'd rather have him on the bench and then Dennis Muller getting like full game time for the under-21s. That's the plan. Locatelli can play for 45 minutes just to keep his fitness up. Ben Pearson is going to be back up, so we'll have him as 90 minutes. Right, Stuart Dallas. It is your time, Mr. Dallas, to shine. Otherwise, that January transfer window is looming, and I might need some cash. Oh, one thing. A few of you have mentioned about players to get. Possible players to sign. I was talking about getting some experience, and a couple of you Leeds fans wanted to see if I could bring some of the old players back. Snodgrass being one of them that was mentioned. Okay. Is he getting games at Espanyol? I might. He's a decent option. Versatile. It'd be great to have him back at Leeds. And then, obviously, the big one, Lewis, the Cookie Monster Cook. He's worth 21 million. He's on 100 grand a week. We'll add him to the shortlist. Okay. It's gonna be quite tricky to prize him away, I've got to say. He is actually wanted, and he's wanted by Man United. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, boys, but I will try my best. I'd love to have him back. He was brilliant for us. Yeah, I just don't think we can afford him. I'll just send out a scouty on Mr. Snoddy McSnodgrass and Musa. Right, let's get into the game. Tell the team they're expected to pick up where you left off. Yeah, let's do that. Undefeated for 2 games, boys. That's basically Champions League form. Like, come on, Dallas, do something useful. I do actually quite like the idea of Snodgrass. It'd be a good experience. I don't think he'd be first choice, but I'd like to have that a different option. And he could easily replace somebody like what's his name? The stupidly named German player, Max Gerschenbau, the German one that doesn't get many games. We could easily do a deal, I think, and make some profit out of it. And FM's always been, for me, is not just about getting the single best players. It's like having a bit of a, oh, that's unlucky, Ichikawa. It's about having a bit of that sort of story element and, you know, bringing some of the Leeds boys back. Wonder if Harry Kewell's in coaching. What about Mark Viduka? Does he coach? That'd be quite fun. I'll never forget that day that Mark Viduka scored 4 goals against us. It still hurts. He looks like he shouldn't be good at football, Viduka. He was always a little bit fat. I think you'd agree. But he just had the touch, didn't he? And Harry Kewell, used to love to watch. I enjoyed him when he played for Liverpool as well. He was still good. Right, it's a pretty boring start, but we'll take boring at this stage. So any other, if you can think of any Leeds fans, I know there's plenty that watch this save. Oh my lord, what? Oh, fucking hell. Timothy, you've been playing so well. Yeah, so if any other ex-Leeds players that we might be able to tempt back, you know, remember we're 4 years into the future, and they've also got to be good enough. I'm not just going to buy somebody because they're ex-Leeds, even though they're shit and playing in like the conference or something. Snodgrass was a good shout. Let's bring the gang back together. Now we're back in the Premiership. Okay, we're playing okay. They're beating us on possession. I'm going to say we've not been good enough. I agree, Mr. Assistant Man. Max Bashushkow. Yeah, he's never really set the world alight. Like Mohammed, you can get second half. Akpom's not been on the score sheet for a good few games. What's that right back we sold? Sam Byram. I wonder if he's any good. That'd be quite fun to get him back in. I don't know, I'm not sure if he's got the quality to, though. That's a good ball out. That's a fantastic ball. Raffiner. Near post. Yeah! Super. Look at that. I'm a fucking tactical genius. Tactical genius. He's only been on the pitch 40 seconds. Some would say tactical genius. Some would say I should have played him from the start. Let's go with tactical genius. That was a lovely finish. Underside of the bar. Deserved equaliser, I think. West Ham have barely had a chance. Let me see on the TV who's playing the 5 o'clock game. Watford, Man City. Oh, Leeds update. Still 1-0. Come on, Leeds. Leeds. It's funny when you really get into a save in Football Manager. I'm sure you guys have found this, that you sort of start looking out for that team's results in real life a bit more, even if it's some like weird team like Accrington Stanley or something that you managed in FM. It's like you suddenly want them to do well, and it's nice when you recognise the players of these bizarre teams. Like, my knowledge is ridiculous of random lower league players. Like, my nephew is a massive fan of Bournemouth, and not so much now they're in the Prem, but when they're in League 1, League 2, he'd say, oh, we signed, you know, Paul Smith. And I'll be like, oh, the left back from Coventry. And he'd be like, yeah, how do you fucking know that? It's like, because you just pick up so much useless knowledge. Alright, Dallas, you're going off again, mate. You're going off again. You're on the brink, Dallas. Let me know your thoughts of Dallas. Do we cash in? I'm hoping we might be able to get 8-10 million for him. And he's done nothing at all this season at all of any use whatsoever. Come on, boys, playing well. Let's not change anything. Let's go for a calm. Get creative. You weren't expecting that, were you? Could my tactical genius pay off again? Are they going to get creative? Rafino's been running the game. Pritchard through to Mohamed. Play it to the right. There's a big space there. No, he's played it inside. Pritchard through Mohamed. Tight angle. Anybody? Ooh. Thought we were going to pounce on that. Yeah, we'll have a look at a couple of the players after this game. We'll have a look at a couple of players that we sold early on that wanted to leave or that we needed to raise some money. See if we can bring them back into the fold. We've dominated West Ham. Well done, boys. That was a good comeback. Probably should have nicked it, but we've done all right. We're just going to blow up. Noble's still playing for West Ham. He must have some appearances by now. Come on, ref, just blow up. They're playing for a draw, look. Oh, are they going forward? Are they going forward? Are they actually attacking? Yes. Ah. Yeah, let's have a look. That's a decent result. Good comeback. No, I'm not going to say it was unacceptable. Yeah, good effort. Well done. Pat on the back. Let's not go crazy with. You know, we should have won that game. But I'm not going to go nuts at them. No need. Right, let's have a quick look at transfers before we end the episode, and we'll go through ones we've got rid of over the years. Right, anybody jumping out? Really no. So much no there. Okay. Next. Chris Wood, no. Belushi, definitely no. He was a crazy mofo. Bataka, so we'll have a look at him. I don't think he's good enough. I just wanted to see what he's like. Still at Portsmouth. Jack Van, have we still got him? No, we got. Oh yeah, we sold him to Sunderland, didn't we? We didn't think he's going to make it, but we got a 50% sell-on fee in case he does. There we go. Sam Byron, who's he playing for? Watford under. Okay, he's not the worst player in the world. He might be decent as an option. He's such a good all-rounder. Decent going forward. He's not getting games. Is he transfer listed? Okay. But I think we might be able to pick him up quite cheap. Okay. Anybody else? Ishmael Miller? Really no. Moat? Not quite good enough, is he? Sadly. Casper Sloth? Definitely. No, not good enough. Luke Murphy? No. Scotty Allen is half decent, but no. Carl Bartley, not too worried about. I wonder what Berardi's up to. Still a decent player. I could take him back. Playing for Zurich at the moment. Okay, that's not too bad. I think there's a possibility that we could get Sam Byron back in. I think he would be a decent option. He's not going to set the world alight, obviously. But somebody I think that could do a job. We might be able to pick him up quite cheap. He'll only want a cheap wage. Have him as a backup. Cup games. He can also play right wing. Yeah, let's bring him back. Let's see if we can bring him back to the fold. I don't think they're really going to rate him. Let's have a look. So Cook's obviously 5 stars. Does want to join. See, Snodgrass is 3.5 star. That's all right. I'm thinking he might be worth a cheeky little. He's going to want quite a bit of money. Dembele, I quite like. Byram, useful signing. Yeah, let's do it. Let's bring in Byram. Bring him in for January transfer window. How about 100? How about 100 grand? 100 grand Watford. 650. All right. What about 200? 550. Because I can see how this is going. Okay. What about 240? 525. Okay, we're struggling here. 300,000. Not made enough progress. Right, we'll go 350. There's no need to rush this deal, so I'm going to put in a bid. I'm going to say I want to buy him. Declare my interest in him. And then I won't put in another bid because we've still got a couple of months till I can sign him anyway. So then hopefully we can unsettle him. He'll get transfer listed. We'll get him cheaper. Bish bash bosh. Job done. So, any other Leeds players? Let me know. Any other the boys we should bring back in. Mark Vid. No. Harry. Oh, he's the manager of MK Dons. Okay. What do you reckon, boys? Harry Cool, assistant manager. He's not bad. Good adaptability, determination. He knows his players. He's good at motivating. Playing style is mixed. Does like 4-4-2, but he likes attacking. Let's do it. He probably won't want to leave the manager role, will he? But if he gets sacked, then we've got a chance. 13th in the league, right? Okay, we'll add him to our staff shorts list, and I think he'll be a good option. I'm not sure if he's going to get sacked anytime soon. Right, there we go. Enough faffing about. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. Hopefully we can continue this cheeky little unbeaten run. Look, it's cheeky. Got a couple of 3 possible winnable games ish. Well, Norwich actually doing really well, but I'll probably play those 3 games and then we'll come back for a nice double header of Man City and Liverpool. Yay! Right, love you all, guys. I'll see you next episode. Please like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. I'll see you next episode. Love you all. Bye-bye.